fabulous day. This is Caffeinated Conversations with Brooke Allen, and it seems like things are finally warming up here in the Midwest. I'm Brooke Allen. Thank you for being with us. Of course, today is our 27th show, and I feel like I'm going to have my midlife crisis as we get closer to 30. Thank you so much for being with us. We are broadcasting live from the My Michigan TV studios in Troy, Michigan, and I am thrilled to say that our reach is over 200,000, and we would like to say a big thank you to all of our sponsors and all of our streaming partners. And if you are wondering what we are all about, this is a show where we brew up topics from a woman's point of view. So grab your coffee and settle in, because today is very exciting. I have to admit, I'm a little bit nervous. We have an incredible announcement coming up at the end of the show, so make sure you stay with us. We are also talking cookies and cybersecurity, not necessarily in that order, and we'll also tell you about an event that will make you go, wow. I've also been making my rounds to the local theaters as they get ready to end their seasons. Our Curtains Up segment is coming up, along with our coffee of the day with Philip Jewell. So thank you again for being with us again. If you love to garden, you will love this. Our giveaway today is a beautiful gardening gift basket from our presenting sponsor, Time Warp Vintage. There is even a gnome and a flamingo. As you can see, they're so cute. For a chance to win, like and follow the page and comment with the number 27. Remember, if you've already won, you cannot win again. Again, you need to comment with the number 27. I would like to take a quick minute to welcome one of our new sponsors, Rossler Divorce Consulting. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor, pretty easy. You can just email us at hello@brookeallencommunications.com and we will respond lickety-split, I think. Well, our Halfway to 100 segment is a little different today. We are talking about protecting our elderly loved ones, but this time from cyber crimes. Earlier this month, the FBI released a report that said 12,000 people ages 60 and up have fallen victim to a scam. And David Derigiotis is president of brokerage and head of insurance at Flow. And David, scams seem to reach us through email, text messages, voicemail, everything. But how do we tell our elderly loved ones, don't click the link?
Yeah, that's the very important question to ask. And by the way, before coming on the show, I checked your email and I checked the producer's email to see what I could find online. Good news is there wasn't anything. So it looks like it was either something that was created more recently for the show, which is very good. So the bottom line is you want to make sure that you are paying attention to what breaches they have been involved in. And for email addresses in particular, so many people use the same exact email for everything.
Like across the board, right?
Across the board. And it gets even worse when they use the same passwords, because I can go online, I can take a look if I wanted to check your email, which I did. And I can find links to passwords from other breaches that you've been involved in, that anybody has been involved in. And it's not that hard from there. You just take the email address and the password and you check it across all these other services. So I think the most important piece of advice, limit where you're using your email, create multiple email addresses, and then a big one's have multi-factor authentication in place. Okay,
so real quick, let's talk about multi-factor authentication. That's hard to say. But the whole idea that I recently heard that can actually be a scam too.
It can. Well, it can. And here's the problem. When you tie it to your phone, I don't like tying them to the phone because people can get a hold of that number. They do what's called a port out scam. So they can cancel your service. They put your phone number into theirs, and then they're receiving all of your text messages instantly. And I've seen plenty of cases where people lose thousands or even millions of dollars, especially when it's involved with cryptocurrency. So you want to have a specific app that's going to be able to serve for that multi-factor authentication.
Okay, and then also the different emails. So if you like to sign up for all those newsletters or coupons, you need an email for that, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one thing that's pretty interesting is that dating apps are a huge scam sometimes. So tell me about this.
They are. I mean, people are looking to take advantage of individuals, especially, unfortunately, those that are older, those that are lonely. That's why you're on there. You're looking to find a connection. You're looking to build a relationship with somebody. Some of these AI tools that are available these days, they are so impressive. I can go on and create a stunning image of anybody, man, woman, anyone that I want. And it's a very unique picture. It's not like the old school catfishing where you steal somebody's profile photo, you set up your own and you're taking those pictures. I could always trace those back to the actual person. So those are easier to catch. With AI photos, those are unique, and then you can make multiple images using the same exact person. So you can put them in different shots, different vacations, going on yachts, whatever it may be. And then that's used to be able to lure somebody in and ultimately take advantage of them financially.
And I think too, voices.
Voices
can be replicated, right?
I was going to replicate your voice coming into this, but I didn't do it.
I wondered if you were. I've seen you do it before. I was
Yes.
like, oh, he's going to try to trick me.
Yes. All I really need is 30 seconds of audio. You get 30 seconds, and you're a public figure, so
Right.
there's plenty of audio on you. And other people don't think about it. They post pictures online, family, maybe they're doing a presentation, something for work. There's audio on all of us available.
Okay.
All it takes is a 30-second clip, and I can make you say whatever I want you to
Really?
say, and then make a call. And it's scary, especially when you think it's coming from your children or a loved one.
Well, right. So that brings us to the point, because we've heard over and over again that elderly people get these calls from their maybe grandchild, right,
Yes.
or their child, and
Yes.
saying, "Oh, I'm in jail. I need help," or I've broken
Yeah.
down on the side of the road.
That's exactly it.
But it's not them.
It's not them, and that's the biggest part of a scam and social engineering. You want to catch somebody in the heat of the moment. You want to have fear, and you want to prompt an action that needs to be taken right away. You don't want to give somebody time to think clearly and pause, take a step back. So again, having maybe some type of code word is probably important to have,
Okay.
because the voice can be very convincing that you hear on the other side of that phone, and it is not them.
Okay, so how do you convince somebody who may be older than you to really take heed to this and to maybe come up with a word?
Yeah, it's education. It's letting them know that these things are happening. It's letting them know that just take a breath. When something scary happens, you get that call, or you get an email or a text that says your account has been compromised. You need to click this right now so that we can look into it and stop it further from happening. You have to just let them know these things are taking place, pause, take a step back, and critically think. Does this make sense? And then you always have to verify. So if you get that call, have the code word ready to go, come up with the code word,
Right.
and then call the person separately outside of that.
Okay, and then text messages, I think I've gotten 6
Yeah.
in the last day and a half. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, your delivery is not available. Click this link.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this?
We've been involved in so many different data breaches. It's so easy to get anyone's phone number in here. And you think about all the activity that's normally done. You have UPS, you have Amazon shipping. That's always the classic. That's an easy one. Your package has been delayed.
Right.
Click this link so we can check an update and see where
Especially
it
if you know you're not getting a package.
is. Exactly.
Right?
Don't ever respond to those. And same thing with data breaches. And that's the problem when you use your email address for so many different things. You're using it to sign up for the newsletter, but you're also using it for your bank. Well, when it gets involved in that data breach for the newsletter, they're going to try to pull your bank account information out of you. That's why I like segmenting all of my email addresses.
Okay, so how do we segment everything, and then how do we keep track of it? It's confusing.
Yeah, it is very confusing. I like using a password manager. I think that's one of the more important things that you can do. You can store all of the different logins that you have in your password manager. I probably have over 100 different email
But
addresses.
what if somebody gets that?
Well, the password manager I store locally on my computer, so I even go a step further. So
Okay.
you'd have to actually get my computer to be able, and then you have to type in the password to get into the password manager. You don't have to go that far. I think that's a good thing to do.
Okay.
But most password managers, for the most part, they're very safe, they're secure, and it's better than using the same exact email address and password across all of your logins.
And how do people check if they have been involved in a data breach?
You can go into one particular site. It's probably one of the most popular. It's called Have I Been Pwned? Pwned. Pwned is a hacker
Spell
term for
that.
being owned. P-W-N-E-D.
Okay.
So you can type your email address into that site, and you will be shocked at how many different data breaches, probably companies you've never heard of, that are on there.
And then how do you get through that?
Well, I think what you need to do is then go make sure if you're using the same password for all of these logins, you immediately change it. And you should do that no matter what. Anyways, don't use the same password.
I feel like you're talking to me personally because you know.
This is for everybody that's out there. Everybody, because so many
right.
people do it.
Right.
And I think that's one of the probably the bigger mistakes that many make.
Okay, well, thank you so much. And you know what? You recently did a TED Talk.
I
right?
did, yes.
On AI, and it's so interesting because it's all about the medical field and what AI is doing and how it's affecting. So let's take a look at that.
You're talking about AI always being there for you. This was a tweet that went out, I guess, on X, right, just recently. ChatGPT introduced a brand new capability where it can converse back and forth with you. There are voice capabilities, and it can understand and look at photos. Somebody put, just had quite an emotional, personal conversation with ChatGPT in voice mode, talking about stress, work-life balance. Interestingly, I felt heard and warm. Never tried therapy before, but this is probably it. Can you program empathy? Can you program those human-like characteristics into AI? They could never replace doctors, right? Well, interestingly enough, there was a study done with how the AI is perceived in terms of people that are seeking medical care. Reddit has a pretty sizable audience as it relates to one particular group called Ask Doc, about 500,000 members. And people ask a number of questions, maybe ailments that they're dealing with, some type of mental health issue, whatever it may be. And these doctors or these physicians will provide answers back to people that have questions. So what they did was they gathered a whole bunch of questions. They had the doctors and the physicians provide their responses, but they also ran them through ChatGPT. And they shared them with a panel of 3 licensed physicians to see what was better. The physicians actually picked the responses ChatGPT gave 80% of the time. And they were viewed as more empathetic answers as well, compared to actual people. So very interesting. I think it's something we all need to pay very close attention to. This one I thought was fascinating as well. In this particular case, they put somebody in an MRI machine, and they showed them a number of pictures. And when they looked at those pictures, they analyzed where the brain was lighting up, what type of activity there was. They then used AI to only look at where the brain was being stimulated. And these are the pictures on the top row that the individuals looked at. And without the picture being revealed to the artificial intelligence, but just looking at the brain scans, the pictures below are what artificial intelligence presented. So this moves into a whole new territory. You're talking about mind reading. This is being done now. We're not talking about something 10 years from now or 20 years from now into the future. This makes me think of Minority Report with Tom Cruise, predictive policing, thinking about what thoughts do you have in your mind that could possibly be problematic.
And that is fascinating. That whole TED Talk by David Derigiotis is available on YouTube, of course, a shameless plug. We also have a YouTube channel. You can just search Caffeinated Conversations with Brooke Allen to find that. Well, it is time for our Women in Business segment. Sydney Lawson is the Executive Director for the Lakes Area Chamber of Commerce. And Sydney, this chamber covers a lot of ground because it is Oakland's Regional West Chamber. Did I say that right? Oakland's West Regional Chamber?
Yes, so we do cover 6 different communities. We have the Waterford Township, the City of Wixom, we have the Charter Township of Commerce, City of Walled Lake, Wolverine Lake Village, and also White Lake Township.
So chambers of commerce, a lot of times people think that they're actually part of the government, the local government, right? But you're not.
We do. We get that often, but we are not part of the government. We're actually membership based.
Okay, so membership based and this huge area, and you have so many events going on. But why is it important for people to be involved in the chamber?
So it gives you an opportunity to promote your business because overall that's what the chamber does, is try to increase economic development and support local as well. So it's a great opportunity for you to promote your business, to be embedded within the community, and really just to network as well.
So people have to live in those communities to join the chamber?
They do not, but I do recommend that it is within your service area for your business.
Okay, and we have an event coming up, and I'm super excited about this. It is a forum coming up in just a few weeks, so tell me what that is.
Yes, and we're very excited to be hosting. This is the first year that we're having our Women of Wisdom, also known as WOW.
Wow.
Yep, so we're going to have women-focused services for our exhibitor tables, and then we also have a panelist of 3 different women speakers and a moderator. They're all wonderful.
Oh, well, thank you. I guess I should disclaim, I'm the moderator of that event, so thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate it. So anyone can come to this event?
Yes, it is open to the public. We are focusing more for our sponsorships and our exhibitors to be our members of the Lakes Area Chamber of Commerce, but anyone who would like to enjoy the event is welcome to come.
And that is May 23rd?
Yes, it is May 23rd.
Yeah, I marked my calendar.
Wonderful.
You guys also have other events coming up, and
We
you do it on a monthly basis, so tell me about those.
So we have First Friday coffees, Third Thursday coffees, spotlight lunches. Those are all great opportunities to learn about members within the community, also networking, and then if you're the host, it's great because you can welcome people within your doors to show them exactly what you offer.
And this is all types of businesses.
It is.
It's not women owned. I mean, it's just everyone, right?
It is.
Okay, so if somebody was thinking about joining the chamber, what should be the first question they ask themselves?
So I would reach out to the local Chamber of Commerce and I would see exactly what service area you're going to be focusing on and what you're looking to get out of a chamber. I know a lot of people have a confusion of what the chamber exactly does, so reach out to us. We're more than happy to walk through what type of benefits we do have to outline what's going to work best for your business and ultimately reach your goals.
So how many members do you have right now?
Yeah, so we are in 420 members and we're looking to grow as well.
Okay, is there a maximum?
No, there's not, no. And we cover a lot of different areas, so just hoping to support as many businesses as we can.
Okay, so how are you seeing businesses lately? I mean, the economy's a little bit tough, right? So how are business owners feeling?
Yeah, so we have experienced a little bit of pullback with sponsorships just in general, with everybody kind of, banking up for everything. But, identifying what really is your goal for your business is going to be the most important of how you're going to use those, revenues and extra funds.
And you know, the chamber, I was looking online over the weekend, and you guys have a mission,
We
you know,
do.
a mission statement. So tell me what that is.
It's a lot about economic development, supporting the community. We do a lot with our young professionals as well, and you know, trying to support the young talent within the areas. So.
Okay, well, thank you so much. I will see you on May 23rd.
Wonderful, very excited.
Thank you. And again, that is Executive Director Sydney Lawson of the Lakes Area Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. Before we move on to our next guest, here's a question for you. Is my property protected? Are my assets protected? And most importantly, is my family protected in case something happens to me? Well, all those questions you ask when you're figuring out your home or even commercial insurance policy. And Lynn Sturla of Sturla Insurance, Agency of Michigan Farm Bureau Insurance, she can really help you answer all of those questions and even more that you maybe haven't even thought of. Lynn is fantastic when it comes to sorting out what you need or don't need on your policy. She'll answer all your questions. She has that personal touch. Even more importantly, Lynn will make sure that you understand your policy. So should something happen, you and your family are covered. Again, you can reach out to Lynn Sturla. By the way, Michigan Farm Bureau Insurance is based right here and only serves Michigan residents, which that is important. So why does that matter? Well, it matters because they're not subject to the same risks of national companies, which makes them more competitive with pricing. So that's a good thing, especially in the economy, as we just mentioned. You can trust Lynn Sturla to create an affordable program to protect your home, business, or both for all of your insurance needs. So head over to SturlaInsurance.com. That is SturlaInsurance.com. You can also reach her at 248-880-8782. That is 248-880-8782 to get a quote today. Well, you are watching Caffeinated Conversations. This is a show where we brew up topics from a woman's point of view. I'm Brooke Allen. Thank you so much for being with us. We are live every Monday morning from the beautiful My Michigan TV studios in Troy, Michigan, and this is our 27th episode. Coming up, it is a double shot of our Great Lakes Made segment, an authentic taste of Vietnam and Warren, also delicious cookies. Those can be found in Madison Heights. Those are coming up. But first, part two of our Women in Business segment. And Audrey Rice-Camp, you are the grassroots marketing manager from LaFontaine Automotive. And we had mentioned the WOW event with Sydney just a minute ago, but LaFontaine really big into the community.
Yes, we really are. We're so proud to sponsor the leading lady sponsor for the WOW, and we're so excited to have you as our MC. But LaFontaine Subaru, we're so proud to be the leading lady sponsor, and we just can't wait for this awesome event.
So tell me why it's important for somebody as big as LaFontaine to be involved in events like this.
So it is so important to us. It is in our mission statement to give back to all the communities that we reside in. Every one of our dealerships in the surrounding Michigan area is involved in the local Chamber of Commerce's. So we are always growing. We're constantly involved in the community, and that's our way of giving back. It started back with Maureen LaFontaine, Kelly and Ryan's mom, and her mission and her heart was to always give back to those around her, especially in the community.
And you guys certainly do that. So this event, as we mentioned, it is open to the public. And what will she be talking about?
So Kelly is going to be on the panelists. Kelly LaFontaine, the Vice President of LaFontaine Automotive Group. We are over 34 different Michigan locations. It's so amazing to hear that. And we have 54 retail franchises. So we will be hearing from Kelly LaFontaine and how she got to where she is in a male-dominated field, and hearing about all the success stories that she has endured in her business life. And she's just an amazing person. So really looking forward to hearing some key concepts from her and how to achieve things.
Well, you know, it's funny because when people have a family name, right, and there's that whole idea of, oh, well, they just got the job because it's their family. But that is not necessarily the case.
It is definitely not. They live and breathe the automotive business. They're constantly there every day. It is a open door policy at our headquarters in Highland, Michigan. If anybody has a question, they can go in and see Ryan and Kelly in the main office, and they're there to answer any questions. And they want our staff and employees to grow and to grow within. And it all stems from the leadership, and they're truly amazing.
How many employees does
We
LaFontaine
have over 2,000 plus employees.
Really?
It is wild, yeah, all across the state of Michigan. Again, family owned and operated, boots on the ground, and it's truly
Any plans to expand some more?
inspiring. They always are acquiring different stores. I don't know what's in the
works right now?
Yes, in the
Okay.
works, but they just purchased actually 2 dealerships on the west side of the state, so that is a new endeavor for us on that side.
Okay, and obviously LaFontaine, they handle pretty much everything,
We
right?
really do. We
Okay.
service all makes and models.
Excellent, because my lease is coming up, so I need to check in.
Yes, yes, for sure.
Okay, so this event is happening May 23rd.
Yes.
LaFontaine is the leading lady sponsor,
Yep.
which is exciting. But there'll be other panelists.
Exactly.
And it's going to be kind of an afternoon of getting to know the community and learning from each other, thus the
Yeah.
wisdom part, right?
Yep, it's going to be very inspirational. Like Sydney said, if you can attend, please do. Tickets are as low as $40, and you get to hear so much life experience from these 3 amazing panelists on how they got to where they are in their career, what they did, and how they're continuing to break down those barriers.
Okay, well, thank you so much. And I think, do we have the QR code for that, or how do people sign up for that event?
Yep, they can reach us out at the Lakes Area Chamber of Commerce on the website, give us a call, and we can get you registered.
Okay, and then can you register up until when?
That is a great question. We're always accepting registrants. We do have a close date, so a
Okay.
few days before the event,
Okay.
we'll get you in.
All
But
right,
yeah,
perfect.
May
Well, thank you.
23rd.
All right, I will see you then.
Yes,
thank you so
thank
much.
you.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, and that is Audrey Rice-Camp, Grassroots Marketing Manager of LaFontaine Automotive Group. Again, Audrey, thanks so much for being with us. Well, one of the things I love about this show is all of the amazing people that I get to talk to, and I also had the honor of sitting down with Terry Orbach, who is known as the Love Doctor, a couple of weeks ago, and she shared with us her secret to finding a compatible partner. Let's watch.
First, identify your key life values. Most of us don't know what's important to us. Is it faith, religion? Is it children, family? Is it money?
Right.
Is it job or career, fitness, health? So identify your top 2 key life values, and then when you're out on dates, when you're meeting people, look for somebody, ask questions to see if they have similarity in your top 2 key life values. That's what predicts happy, healthy relationships into the future.
It seems so simple.
It actually is. Well, I'd like to say it may not be simple, but it's small. It's a small thing. Simple, I don't know, because it's hard to figure out what's important to us, but it's small things that make a difference.
All of our full interview, you can find that with Terry, all of our episodes, plus some bonus content on Apple and Spotify. Just search Caffeinated Conversations with Brooke Allen. Well, it is time for our Great Lakes Made segment, and Alice is the owner of 88 Bobby Bowl in Warren. And Alice, your restaurant offers a unique taste of so much great food. So tell me what this food is.
This is Vietnamese food. We specialize in Vietnamese culture. We want to bring the Vietnamese culture to America to spread it out, because in Michigan, we don't have any good authentic Vietnamese food.
Okay, well, I can tell you that I have been there, and it is wonderful. And you have so many choices, but you've also, because it's getting closer to summertime, right? And you have a patio.
Yes, we have a patio, and then we also bring all the Vietnamese Asian street food come to the patio. It's like our school, snack and stuff that you cannot find anywhere in Michigan or in Midwest.
Okay, so street food is, kind of explain it to me.
Yes, street food, like, you know, when you back in Asia, they have all the stall, small stall with all the skewer, then they just cook right away and you eat right away in street food. It's not like restaurant or anything.
Okay, so it's like, don't sit down, just keep walking. Right, but you do catering.
Yes, we do catering too. We offer all the halal meat and stuff, and then we have, they normally catering us for party or like wedding and stuff. So call us to have special prices and stuff.
I mean, so there's graduation season,
Yes,
there's baby showers, wedding season, there is so much. Do you have a minimum that people can do catering for?
No.
No
We don't.
minimum. Okay, so what is the most popular dish there?
Right now it's the bowl. You can pick up to 3 protein, and then the banh mi, of course, we make fresh daily in there.
And I have to say that your coffee,
Oh, my Vietnamese coffee.
your coffee was fantastic. So
Yes.
tell me what goes into that.
The Vietnamese coffee, they have to drink every morning. I have people drive like 45 minutes daily to get my coffee.
Really?
Yes, and then we're soon gonna have a whole series for coffee. like ube coffee, egg coffee, coconut coffee, matcha coffee.
Really?
Yes.
When is that starting? How did I not know about this?
Yeah, it's a new series coming up soon. Yes.
Okay, so that's coming up soon, and of course the patio is open,
Yes,
weather
it's
permitting.
yes.
Right. Okay. What are your hours?
Right now we open 9 to 10.
9 to 10?
Yes.
Okay, so delivery available?
No, we don't do
No?
delivery yet.
Okay, I know when I was in there, a lot of people were just coming in to pick it up.
Yeah, pick it
Right?
up, carry out.
And-
But we still offer to sit down and eat.
Right.
And then we have a lot of more new things coming up.
Well, that's very exciting. And how's business been for you?
So far, I got blessing by everybody supporting my business. So it's a blessing for me.
And you also are a big player in the community. You love to give back, and that's important.
Yes, because I feel blessed. That's why I like to give it back to everybody supporting us.
Well, that's amazing. Give me the website where people can check you out.
ADABunMeInbo.com.
Okay, and phone number
For the restaurant, 586-510-4454.
Okay, thank you. It is delicious. Trust me, I told you I'm going to bring my kids in there because they're suddenly turning into foodies, so I'm going to bring them in.
We also have some banh mi for you guys to all try in here.
Oh, so it's actually here?
Yes, it's actually here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And again, that is Alice Wynn, owner of Banh Mi Bowl. That is in Warren. Really go and check it out. It is really tasty. We will have another Great Lakes Made segment coming up in just a moment. But first, how many times have you heard this? I've got a headache. Well, the Michigan Institute for Neurological Disorders, also known as the Mind Institute, has been helping people since 1969. I can tell you that they only specialize in disorders of the brain, spine, and neurological system. I'm actually a patient, full disclosure, because I suffered from migraines pretty much since I was 17. And those migraines were weekly, and now I am glad to say that they're just about once every couple of months. But on the rare occasion I do get a migraine, they don't last because the doctors at Mind have worked hard to kind of figure out the right medication for me. So that I am forever grateful for, and they will help you too. So their team is made up of 35 specialists that treat Alzheimer's, memory disorders, epilepsy, and multiple sclerosis. In fact, Mind has been recognized by the National Multiple Sclerosis Society as a center for comprehensive MS care. And they are right in Michigan, headquartered in Farmington. They care for nearly 5,000 patients every year. Like I said, they are headquartered in Farmington Hills, but they also do have offices in Roseville and Dearborn. So take it from me, you do not have to suffer in pain. You can find all of the information at mindonline.com. Well, you are watching Caffeinated Conversations with Brooke Allen. Thank you for being with us. This is a show where we brew up topics from a woman's point of view. This is show number 27, and I'm Brooke Allen. Thank you for being with us. We are live every Monday from My Michigan TV studios in Troy, and you can watch us on Facebook, Instagram, and on the free My Michigan TV app. Download it and watch it on your phone or on any smart TV. Well, coming up, our Curtains Up segment, a musical to make you relive your prom memories with the Birmingham Village Players. That is coming up, but now we continue our Great Lakes Made segment, this time with dessert. Sheng Yang is the co-founder and CEO of Feel Good Cookies on John R. and Madison Heights. And Sheng, you have quite the variety of tasty cookies.
I hope so.
Yes, you do. So, okay, so you guys are recently opened, aren't you?
Yes, so we recently opened our storefront 4 months ago.
Okay.
But we had our online business for almost a year now.
Okay.
Yeah, so we started online before we had the storefront.
Okay, so the online business booms.
Yes.
Right? And
yeah.
you ship nationwide.
We ship nationwide and we ship all the way to Canada too.
Okay, so
Yeah.
tell me, these cookies are big and unique, so tell me the flavors.
So the flavors that we have right now is cranberry oatmeal, pecan, chocolate chip pecan, pandan. I'm trying to remember the top of my head. Yeah, our most popular ones are the pandan almond coconut. That's our most popular one. And then we just launched 2 new flavors, so which is strawberry rhubarb, white chocolate chip, and the peanut butter. So the peanut butter was our most top requested flavor since we've opened. So we launched those 2 flavors 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And there's more flavors too.
More flavors coming?
Yes.
Awesome.
So we're rotating flavors.
Oh,
So
okay.
every quarter we're rotating flavors, but a lot of our customers has been like, hey, have you tried this? Have you tried this? So we're really listening to our customers and really incorporating and doing different things with it.
Okay, so this is you and your husband.
Yes.
That own this, the Feel Good Cookies.
Yes.
And you can walk in, but you guys, because you do so much shipping, what are your hours? Because you're closed for what, Sunday and Mondays?
So we're closed Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
Okay.
So we can do all of our shipping on those days, and then we're open Wednesday through Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah. So Wednesday through Friday we're open 9 to 5, and then Saturday 10 to 3.
Okay, so if somebody wanted to ship cookies to, say, their mom or a friend out of the state, how do they do that? They just
go online and place. It says easy steps. We walk you through the whole entire process. It's very simple. I know a lot of people hesitate to even write notes because each cookie has little notes on there. And then we also do done for you notes for you. So that makes your process so much easier for you and everything.
Okay, so for like a birthday I mean, really anything, right? You can
It's
ship the
really for
cookies.
anything. So we work with coaches. We were working with like realtors, and a lot of the local companies has been using us to give to their clients and their customers. So it's a way of strengthening their relationship with their with their clients and their customers too. So they're using us as just an avenue.
Okay, so you started online, and now you have the brick and mortar store, and 4 months you've been open. How has it been for you?
It's been amazing.
Is it good?
Yes, it's been amazing. You know what? We have such an amazing customer base. They've been so kind to us. They've helped us connect with so many people, but overall they've been so supportive of us. So I think it's just the welcoming that we've received has been amazing.
So really, I mean, you're not noticing, there's no panic ever for you, right? Because, I mean, the community support has been awesome.
Oh my gosh, amazing, yes.
And, okay, so new flavors coming out. The strawberry rhubarb, how long is that?
That's been only been out 3 weeks.
Oh,
and it
okay.
sells out.
Okay.
All the time. We did not expect. We thought the peanut butter was going to go off the shelf, but then really the strawberry rhubarb has been off the shelf.
Okay.
So a lot of our cookies, we have people taste test it before we ever launch it to the public. So if you sign up for our email list, we'll send an email say, hey, we're looking for taste tests for new flavors.
Right.
So we get feedback. So we created to like almost an 80% version where we're going to be launching it.
Okay.
But we always ask for feedback before we launch it to the public.
Well, that is very cool.
Yes.
How cool to involve the community. And you have gluten-free cookie?
Yes, we do. We do.
And vegan?
We do not have vegan.
Okay, but
Yes.
gluten-free you do. What flavor is that one?
Just chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip?
Yes.
Okay. Ironically, I'm allergic to chocolate, so I think the strawberry rhubarb would probably be my best bet, right? There's no chocolate in that one.
No, there's white chocolate chip.
Oh, see, always.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I'm so
it's
sorry.
okay. It's so funny because people think, oh, there's no chocolate in that, and then you're like, oh, but there's white. There is.
Well, we have cranberry oatmeal.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's
Sign
one of
me
our
up.
top seller too.
Oh, is it okay?
Yeah, so we have customers who come in and buy 5 or 6, and they use it. It goes really, really well with tea and coffee.
And I love that, right?
Oh yes.
Okay. Well, listen, thank you so much for coming. Your cookies are amazing.
Thank you.
I have had them. The store is on John R. in Madison Heights.
Yes.
And what time do you open on Wednesday?
9 to 5.
9 to 5?
Yes.
What if you sell out? Do you close?
We sell out, we close.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So get those cookies. Again, thank you. That is Sheng Yang. She is the co-founder and CEO of Feel Good Cookies in Madison Heights. They are on John R. Well, temperatures finally seem to be warming up, but I don't know about you, but I am not a very good gardener. In fact, one year I grew 1 green bean. That is a true story. I am not even kidding. But I'm hoping this year a garden gnome will change my luck because Time Warp Vintage in St. Clair Shores has many. Let's watch. Hey, I am here at Time Warp Vintage, one of our sponsors, in fact, our presenting sponsor, and the weather is getting nicer and it is going to be gardening season soon. If it's not already, you can tell I'm not a gardener. But listen, I love gnomes, but did you know that gnomes actually serve a purpose? And if you have a lot of them in your yard, you may actually be luckier than most because they actually protect the soil beneath. That is what is said about gnomes. So if you're looking for that cute garden gnome, maybe for a celebration or just to update your yard, look no further than Time Warp Vintage in St. Clair Shores. And of course, other things here, books, but how beautiful is this? This is actually from the 19th century, and it was a fireplace cover, but guess what? You can put it in your yard and make it shine even more. Again, check out Time Warp Vintage in St. Clair Shores. It is a beautiful place where you can find so many treasures and maybe even someone to help you protect your gardening. And I'm really hoping that gnome helps me out this summer. I always have so much fun with owners Jason and Steve. Be sure to check out Time Warp Vintage in St. Clair Shores. They are on Harper near 13 Mile Road. Well, it is time for our Curtains Up segment, and how very fitting that Birmingham Village Players are ending their season with the prom. Emily Samek is on the show and plays Emma. I almost got those names reversed, but I'm glad I got it right? So,
Yes.
Okay, so you play Emma in the show, and the prom is a musical.
Yes, it is. It's just honestly such a wonderful show. It's about a girl who is trying to come out in a very small town in Indiana, and the parents and the students are kind of freaking out because she is trying to take her girlfriend to a prom, and the Broadway stars from some Broadway stars from New York, they are getting some bad press, and they see this story happening, and they decide that they're going to kind of swoop in and try to get some good press for themselves and help out Emma in her little situation down in Indiana.
So this was a movie.
Yes.
Right, so this was a movie, so people may be familiar with this, but you know, Birmingham Village Players, they put on quite the show, and The Prom is an amazing musical. How's it been working on this?
It's honestly been incredible. I've never done a show at Birmingham. I've kind of bounced around theaters, but this place has been absolutely incredible. Everyone who's worked on the show is so talented, and everyone is so welcoming there. It's just been a really great community, and we've all gotten really close over the course of the show.
How big is this cast?
I believe it's about like 20 to 30 people. It's a little bit on the smaller side. It's not as big of an ensemble, but we have a lot of talent and very strong voices in the show.
Okay, so what's your favorite part in the show, if you can give it away?
Oh, honestly, I love some of the dance numbers. I don't get to be in a lot of them because I'm busy, but the dancing is incredible. Our choreographer, NJ, she worked so hard, and she made some just incredible numbers, just with so much energy, and so it's just so fun.
So closing weekend is, how many more weekends are there?
This weekend is our last one, 17th through the 19th. We have a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday show. Our Sunday show is currently sold out, but we still have some tickets.
Always go, right?
Yeah, we still have a few tickets for our Saturday and Friday show. It's at 8 p.m. and tickets are $25.
Okay, so what about family friendly? I mean, yes.
I'd say it's definitely a PG-13 show. It's got a little bit of language to it, but overall the message is it's just such a good one, and it's a really heartwarming show, and it's also really funny. People think sometimes that it's not going to be funny because it's a little bit of a heavier topic, but it is the funniest show that I've been in a while.
How are the audiences been reacting?
They've been pretty darn good. They have been just bringing our energy up on the side of it. We feed into their energy, and we do the same. So it's really good.
There's nothing like, you know, going out on stage, right? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh wait, they didn't laugh like the other person laughed, right? And that kind of throws you. But a musical is a whole different story.
Yeah.
So are you more musical or?
Definitely. Okay. I'm more of a singer on that side. So
okay.
I love doing musicals, and I love just that combination of the acting and singing and dancing all together.
Okay, so what's next for you personally?
Nothing yet. I don't have any shows personally lined up yet, but I'm very excited just to be a part of this one.
Okay, well, thank you so much. I'm looking
you.
forward to seeing the show this weekend. Oh yes, The Prom. It was a good movie, and I'm sure the show will be even better, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
Again, that is Emily Samick, actor, playing Emma in Birmingham Village Players for The Prom, going on this last weekend, so catch it. Another local theater, Livonia Community Theater, they are heading into their final weekend of working a musical. That show actually based on Chicago journalist Studs Terkel's collection of interviews from people in a variety of professions. In fact, this is actually a localized version. So they highlight a former Alree's bakery worker. There are 3 performances left. You can catch that Friday night at 7:30. They have 2 on Saturday, 1 a matinee, that is at 2 o'clock. Their final performance is at 7:30. And those tickets are available at the door or online at leap.com. Again, that is Livonia Community Theater. You are watching Caffeinated Conversations with Brooke Allen. This is a show where we brew up topics from a woman's point of view. Thank you so much for being with us. I'm Brooke Allen. We are broadcasting live from the My Michigan TV studios in Troy, just as we do every Monday. Coming up, how you'll soon be able to get a double shot of Caffeinated Conversations and a historic collaboration we'll explain in just a moment. But first, a quick reminder, we are giving away this awesome gardening basket courtesy of our presenting sponsor, Time Warp Vintage. It even has a flamingo and a no minute. All you have to do is like and follow the page, share the page, and comment with the number 27 because this is our 27th show. Our caffeinated act of kindness this month is Enchanted Makeovers. They are headquartered in Taylor. It is an amazing place where founder Terry Grail gives hope to women and children who are survivors of human trafficking or domestic violence living in shelters. And she does this in many different ways. And today we're talking about their doll adoption program. Let's watch. We are at our featured nonprofit for the month of May, Enchanted Makeovers, and we are talking about the doll adoption project, which you see right there on the sign, Handmade to Nurture and Love. And of course, Terry, you are the founder of Enchanted Makeovers, and these dolls are so amazing, and they go for a very special cause. Tell me about this.
all the handmade dolls go to children in shelters. And of course, the children are escaping domestic violence and human trafficking.
Okay, and I'm holding a boy doll. And you have a very interesting story because dolls, I don't know if you liked them as a kid. I know you did. I did as well. And they're very comforting. But there was a little boy that you encountered.
Yes, we brought a little box full of dolls to the shelter, and we do get a lot more girl dolls. And the boy was very sad because there was no boy dolls. So we encourage people, make more boy dolls.
Yeah,
yes.
For sure. And that's what I'm holding right now, and he's so sweet, right?
Yes, I love him.
I love him too, kind of. I might kind of kidnap him. I don't know. Okay, so people can go to the website, enchantedmakeover.org. Okay,
yes.
Find out more information. They ship them right to you, and then you distribute them.
Yes, locally and nationally.
Okay, so locally and nationally, and their favorite pattern, they can pick.
Whatever your favorite pattern is. If you crochet, you knit, go for it. Be creative.
There's really no requirements.
No.
The requirement is only to put a lot of love in it.
A lot of love.
And you can even put a note in it, right?
You can name the doll. You can have a story to your doll. Surprise us.
So when you are actually handing out these dolls to these children, what is the first thing that comes to your mind as far as what you see on their faces?
Joy, happiness. I have tears. So it's a full circle for everyone.
Okay. All right. So let's get to making those dolls for Enchanted Makeover. You can find all the information you need at enchantedmakeovers.org. And there are many ways you can help Enchanted Makeovers, and you don't even need to know how to sew. You can find all of their information at Caffeinated Conversations with Brooke Allen.com to learn more about all of the different projects that they have going. Well, it is time for our coffee of the day, and we are so grateful to Philip Jewell. He is the co-owner of Blue Hat Coffee in Farmington for coming all this way to drop off the coffee and pastries for all of our in-studio guests. We're very grateful for that. Of course, he dropped it and ran, but they do bake everything from scratch, including the bread for their sandwiches. The corned beef is awesome, and their syrups for that triple almond milk latte that you love. Or wait, that's me. I love that. Blue Hat Coffee Gallery, they are open every day from 6:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Their beautiful patio is open, and of course go in and say hi to Philip and his team. Tell them that Brooke sent you. Well, we have been to coffee shops all over, but we're also all over social media. You can check us out on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, of course, and we appreciate that. You can also find us on Apple and Spotify. Before we say goodbye for the day, I do want to give a big thank you to all of the amazing people working behind the scenes to bring you Caffeinated Conversations each and every week. My executive producer, Christina McDaniel, also Dave Scott, who owns My Michigan TV, Jared in the control room. Of course, we've got Joel running the teleprompter, and Luke out on the floor helping mic up our guests. So thank you so much, everyone, for all of your help bringing the show. And of course, Jason Dean, who helps us with our social media. And Jason, we are not only going to announce our winner of this beautiful gift basket that you've made, but we also have another announcement coming up.
We do.
But first, let's give away the gift basket.
So the Julianne.
Okay.
Julianne, she mentioned number 27, and you want to remember that when you do want to win one of our giveaways, that you want to mention the show number,
right.
27.
Yep.
You want to share it and make another comment, and you might win something cool.
So this is very cool because this is all from Time Warp Vintage.
It is.
And who doesn't love a pink flamingo, right?
Everybody should have one.
Everyone should have one. In fact, I might need two. Help me with that green bean situation I've got going on. Okay, so the gnomes are so funny because they are actually said to bring you luck when you're gardening, right?
Yep.
So we talked about that, and then you've got some other cool things in here, and then also maybe I need that book.
Yeah, the book is cool. It's a gardening book, and it shows you how to do vintage garden beds.
Oh, how cool is that?
Like they did in the 60s and 70s.
Right.
Yeah.
So how popular has gardening stuff been so far for you?
It is extremely popular, and now that Mother's Day's over and they can plant,
right,
it's becoming more and more popular. So, something like this with the book and the different things in it make your garden look great.
Okay, so what is this?
That's this is a spray nozzle for a hose. Some people collect them. Isn't it cool? But they're highly collectible, actually. It's funny, they are.
He's like, clearly you do not garden. I do not garden. But okay, so Julianne won this.
Julianne won this, and we'll contact her.
Yes, we will contact her and get this to her. Okay, so
let me set this down.
All right, set it down. Are you ready?
There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so We had said at the beginning of the show that we had a big announcement coming, and it is finally coming to fruition. I guess, first of all, we will say that we are starting a second show.
We are, and I am beyond, excited, ecstatic about it.
So this show is a little bit different because it's going to be Caffeinated Conversations After Dark with Brooke Allen. The whole After Dark theme is kind of, because it's kind of about the topics we'll be talking about. We'll get a little bit, I mean, it's still family friendly, but a little bit, you know, we might talk about sex sometimes. I don't know. Might talk about dating, or, I mean, just anything that we can talk about. It's going to be in a different setting, and this is kind of where it gets interesting. Because this show is going to be live at breweries, at local breweries. So we are very excited about that, but we take it another step because both Jason and I, we have an affiliation, more than that actually, with Mothers Against Drunk Driving. So when this was initially brought up to me about doing the show in local breweries by Sherry Stein of Design Team Plus, thank you, Sherry, I was excited at first, but then it came, you know, it was the immediate response of, you know, I can't really do that because of my affiliation with Mothers Against Drunk Driving, because for anybody who doesn't know, my previous husband was killed by a drunk driver in 2004 when we lived in California. So that is a little bit of my story, but Jason actually has, I don't want to say a bigger story, but another connection.
I do.
And I would like you to tell me.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. In 1980, the year that MAD was developed, my family was killed by a drunk driver. My father, my stepmother, and both my brothers. I was the only survivor out of the car.
10 years old.
I was 10 years old, and when Candace Leitner started forming MAD and started fighting for MADs to make a difference, she used not only her daughter, the loss of her daughter, but they used my family as a rallying cry to try and get it created and developed and moved forward. And it worked, which I'm more than happy for.
Right.
And, but yeah, I did cross the center line, head-on collision, killed them all instantly in the blink of an eye. It happened so quickly. So I'm gonna tell you, I am so proud to be a part of the Caffeinated Conversations After Dark, because it's the first time MAD is stepping behind the bar in essence. It's the first time that MAD is actually going to enter the brewery and try to make a difference from inside the building rather than outside the building.
Right, and big. So our first show is going to be May 21st. It's going to be at the Heights Brewery in Farmington. They are newly opened. It's a husband and wife team, Ryan and Sean. So they have newly opened, and we are so grateful to them because for a long time, breweries or restaurants that served alcohol didn't really want to be associated with MAD, just because of the perception. But Ryan and Sean have welcomed this idea. We will be there May 21st. It is super exciting. Tickets are available, so you do have to, they have limited capacity. So you do want to scan the QR code. That will be on your screen in just a minute if you would like to join us that evening. You know, it's so important, and I guess I should say that you and I have known each other for about 4 years.
4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years. And you, it was hard for you to talk about this up until recently.
Extremely. I actually just started volunteering as much as I do with MAD a little over 4 years ago.
Right.
It takes a while before you can stand up and talk about the loss of your entire family.
Exactly. And for me, I have always said that I did this for my daughter, who was 11 at the time her dad was killed. Ironically, she has not gotten to that point yet, to where she can step up and talk. So I do it for her, and I do it for her dad. So we are doing this. We are doing it May 21st. I can't believe I'm crying again. I cried last week. I'm doing it again.
It's historic. It's monumental. A lot of people don't realize that, you know, like with my situation and my crash, the bar was partially held responsible due to the fact that they were aware of his drinking habits and still allowed him to leave completely with a 0.32 blood alcohol level, which is, it's ridiculously high. And so bars don't realize that they can be held partially responsible. So with us stepping behind into the bar to try and make a
Right.
change, you know, and with Heights and their ability to what they empower their staff to do
Yeah,
is
because there
amazing.
is something called safe serving, which is really interesting. I had heard about it, but I hadn't really learned what it was. And so that is when an owner gives their servers full power to cut somebody off, or
Correct.
to even say, you know what, I'm sorry, you already seem like you may have had too many, so we're not even letting you sit down.
Correct.
Right, and
Yeah.
that is a big deal. So this is a perfect collaboration. We are honestly hoping that this will start in Michigan and carry throughout the entire United States. So May 21st.
May 21st.
We're doing it. We're doing
4:30.
this collaboration,
Yeah.
4:30 to 7:30. Please join us if you can. We want to make a difference in everybody's lives because, you know, these are crashes that are 100% preventable. So
Absolutely.
we're doing it, man.
Yes, absolutely. And I am just, thank you for doing this. We need more people like you to stand up and scream. We need all the voices we can get to make a difference because these are 100% preventable crashes, and you know, just making better decisions, follow that plan through.
Right, and I do want to make it clear that we are not saying don't drink.
No,
That's
not at all.
That's not what we're saying. We're just saying you plan what you wear. You say this
Yeah,
all the time. You
I
plan what
do.
you wear. You plan where you're going. Why not plan how you're getting home?
Right.
So that's what we're all about.
Absolutely, and I speak to a lot of the first and second offenders at victim impact panels, and that's the point I try to get across to them because they're the ones we're trying to talk to.
Right, and safe.
And yeah,
And
and
safe.
save the people
Okay,
around them.
so next week we have a lot coming up.
We do.
Memorial Day is almost here. We are doing a lot. We've got that special show going on May 21st at the Heights Brewery. But May 20th, we are actually going to be at Belle Isle.
On location.
So we are excited about that. So the show next week will be at Belle Isle. And then, of course, we have the Mackinac Policy Conference. We've got a lot going on. So just check our social media. We will keep you informed. But next week, we are planning on being live at 9 from Belle Isle. So be there or be square. In the meantime, keep the coffee hot or maybe iced. See you next week.